Good evening. We are live. And this is the How We Learn Morse Code. I'm Robbie, W1RCP.
K4 NLL, Eddie.
And me, Billy. Whiskey 1, Whiskey Delta Hotel.
Yep, and so we're working out a few issues with our cameras, and it wouldn't be a live stream if stuff didn't work. But hey, we're here. Who else is here? Anybody?
It's just us
Well-
talking ourselves.
Yeah, well, sometimes it be like that.
I like talking to myself.
Tonight we are eventually, one way or another, we got the belly cam and then we got our faces. And the only camera that seems to work is the belly cam. And that's for showing off our toys. So you can't see our faces because they wouldn't show up on the belly cam. But hey, there's that. But we're going to try to get our faces on here. We have two GoPros connected to the same computer, and one of them we had to go the old school route and use a RTMP server, and it is not working. So this is, oh, Billy's here. He's our BFF.
Way to go, Billy.
Hey, that's why I'm here.
I can't even chat. I just have to talk. But we do have a commentary section behind us, and they're poised and ready to go. All right, guys, we're about to find out if this crap works or not. Not that it matters. I don't think anybody's here yet.
Go live.
Well, it takes... Let's see what happens. Crap. I deleted it. That's fantastic. Let's add a new...
Deleted it.
Add existing. VLC. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's totally broken.
Oh, no.
I hate my life sometimes. It's always live. I mean, shoot, man. We wouldn't be perfect if it wasn't for this crap. It's totally streaming. Look. There we are.
Oh.
Oh, it is streaming.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're just paused.
Very much.
Oh, I'm here. I'm not paused in real life.
No, we're totally live. But, this part's going to have to be deleted. So if you're just tuning in, we're just chilling.
We're just...
You can see that we are here. Oh, check it. The belly cam.
Here it is.
Yep, you got Billy, aviation nerd. You got Eddie over here, who's drinking ramen noodles. And, of course, I'm here trying to get crap working.
Instant ramen.
Insta ramen. It's like the Instapot. It's not an Instapot. It's an Instant Pot.
Oh, you have to boil a little water first.
Yep. Oh, this is sucky. But you know what?
Is that a Japanese word?
Sucky. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm about to do this window capture one last time, and we're just going to name it something normal and go VLC, and it just will not work.
Whoa,
It's one way or the other. Either it's going to stream or whatever. Y'all want to see what we see? Here's what we see. Absolutely nothing. So, we're going to flip-flop here. We'll just get the other GoPro going and call it a day. How about that?
Shoot us with the belly cam.
We're going to shoot people with the belly cam. There we go. Well, here we are. And transition. So,
Hey.
good evening.
Hey, good
And tonight we're talking about how we learn Morse code. And if
I haven't learned Morse code.
I mean, I don't know what the @ sign is.
evening. Me either.
There's a money sign too. I don't know it.
Is there a money sign?
There is.
I just learned there was a comma.
Yeah.
Who needs a comma?
I don't know. Does anybody use the comma? I've done conversational CW and I've never heard anybody use a comma. Now I've heard da 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 da, which is BT, and that was like a space or a pause or something like that. It was also comes across as an equal sign.
You send me more than a stroke, and I have lost you.
He strokes out after that. Well, we got somebody else in here, and they are also a number one, Hamigos. Thank you, the Grinders.
Whoa.
And of course, Billy Houston's in his own stream.
Of course I am.
That's how he boosts his views. But hey, current events. Billy's got a video that has 5.8 million views. It's a short on the Ham Cube. Which, did you bring that back?
I did. I brought it. Yeah.
Yeah. So there is a link at the top of the chat if you do want the Ham Cube. If you've seen the Ham Cube, I've been inspired by the Ham
It seems so
Cube.
much bigger in your videos.
It does.
Well, yeah,
it's
you
because
gotta-
my hands are super tiny.
You got to get up to this camera right here and it's
Send it
that
to
one.
the belly cam.
Oh, there we go, right there. I don't know which keys. Which
You
ones
got
work.
you got to
Yeah,
get you got to get real close.
There we
Oh,
go.
no wonder.
Yeah,
Size
and
matters.
our studio lights are shining off of it like the sun shines off the moon. But that thing's pretty fun. It's got a couple training modes, but I've decided that I think I can outdo it.
Can you outdo it?
I think that I can outdo it.
Well, before you get to that, though, I thought we were going to talk about how we learned Morse code.
Yo, of course. That's I'm preempting this
Oh,
whole stream.
okay.
We're gonna end it with how can I outdo it?
How can you? Okay.
How
Yeah.
to.
You
So-
don't want to give all the goodies out right up front.
No, not at all. But if we go to the web for just a minute, I'm going to show you how I started. I started quite a long time ago, and it's a long, long time ago. And now this is not working either because it's minimized. So if we go to where I started learning at LCWO. And we will fade into that. This is my history of the times that I've used lcwo.net. And it has just about every mode that you can learn by. The KOCH is one of those modes.
Coke.
I guess that's what it's called. I'm going to call it the Koch method. But I'm sure that it is probably something of European descent. It's probably the Coke method,
Coke.
Coke Zero method.
Yes.
But taking a look at this is when I started learning CW, was May 8th of 2012. I started at 15 words a minute with a 10 word per minute effective spacing, and I was doing 100% copy. So something tells me I started before this point. I probably did some ARRL code tapes before this point at 5 words a minute. And I guarantee you that I probably did that later in the year 2011 or early 2012, because CW was interesting to me before I even got on HF. I was only a technician at the time, and CW was the only HF. The HF that I had available was 10 meters. And so with that, I started learning it because I had a Pixie 2. It's a little milliwatt QRPP transceiver, and I wanted to make a contact on it. So I said, I'm going to learn this Morse code. I knew that I could use...
Did you ever make a contact on it?
I did. It was Billy from across town.
Across the street.
How many years later?
That was 4 years ago, maybe.
4 years ago, so like
10 years later.
8 years,
8 years later.
8 to 10 years
So,
later,
It was pretty much ineffective.
I made one contact with it.
And
One.
And
But
then-
it wasn't my original circuit either. It was one that I bought off of Amazon or eBay, one of the two. Probably eBay.
I've got a picture somewhere too of me writing because it was me outside, like a Sunday or something. He's like, "Hey, I want to try to do this." Okay.
Yep, it worked. I used the ham stick on the back of the truck. And then what had happened was I kind of plugged it in again another night to give it a shot. Didn't have the antenna connected, and there was crap sitting on the straight key.
You just burned it up.
Smoked it. The whole Jeep smelled like transistor smoke. So It was the only thing I was missing was lasers, man.
Transistor smoke.
Transistor smoke and lasers would have been epic.
Different than the devil's lettuce smoke.
I
I hear. That's what I've been told.
It was definitely a lot more potent too. Like just that thin blue
It smells
haze
like
in there.
popcorn.
Burnt popcorn for
That's what it
sure.
smells like.
Well, I started back in 2011, 2012. That doesn't mean that I was actually doing it. My first contact was with W5ZIT on 10 meters, same place that we made our contact in the
Cross town.
in the Commander. No,
Sure.
but see, James Brown, pretty sure his name was James Brown, W5ZIT. You can look him up. I think he was in Arizona maybe, or Texas, one of the two.
Didn't realize James Brown had a call sign.
He does. It's W5ZIT.
Papa's got a brand new bag and a call sign.
Yes,
Yep.
it does.
So I have that QSL card. It was a digital QSL card, but it's hanging in my shack as my first CW contact. 10 meters. It was getting dark outside, so it was the tail end of when 10 meters was going to be live. And I had at least a 30-minute QSO with a guy, a 30-minute conversation.
3 words.
No,
They were
old
long- they were
James
long
Brown
words.
was hammering the code out, and I was at 5 words a minute. I probably didn't say 3 or 4 words. Like spelling the city that we live in, I can't spell it in Morse code fast enough. It was like M. Oh, what's the next letter? O. U. And then I go, oh crap! I already lost count of what letters I've already sent and what's next. So at any rate, I did make a contact with it. I said, if I'm going to do this, I need a radio inside the house because it was hot as frick out there.
Funny enough, one of the first conversations I ever had was with Robbie, and it was an hour-long chat-a-thon.
Yep.
It was probably 3 sentences after it was all said and done because I was just learning. I was like the same way.
I was happy the entire time, though.
Yeah, it was
I
fun.
was like, wow, Billy's really doing this.
I've got it written in a book somewhere.
I'll tell
Our
you,
conversation.
my hardest part is I'm not a typer. So not only am I trying to copy code, I'm trying to find the key to peck on the board.
Yeah, that's why you got to write it on paper.
No.
But then when you write it on paper, you're a southpaw.
I am too.
And I send with
Oh.
the soft.
Yeah, so you'd have a real hard time doing it.
I thought you sent with your right hand.
No, I send left-handed and send. I
He
with the
sends
right-handed
it right-handed key.
but I send left-handed.
I send
So
right-handed
his
and right
thumb
leg.
is his.
Nah,
So I'm able to do both.
nah, man. I mean,
Wait, with your left hand is your thumb your.
da, 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 da.
So when we send, our da is the pointer
And
finger.
I'm opposite. So
And
I'm,
he's
I'm
opposite.
sending and typing with this hand as well.
I send
This
mine
hand
upside
is out here doing nothing.
down. This is why I send.
Oh, hockey. Let me find that key. Let's find out. It's back here.
I send just like that.
So what the world has opened up by me learning CW is you get to make all kinds of cool stuff. Like this is a 3D printed key.
Nice key, Robert.
It is nice.
Yes, and you can 3D print it yourself. I have these on printables. Actually, this is the Jonathan Kane version, so he has his version out there. I just, on my website, w1rcp.com, I sell screw and spring and nut kits for that. But, go ahead, send upside
You
down.
have a version too, though, right? That's got magnets.
I do have a version 2 that's
Sorry.
my design. I just wanted to see what would happen. The version 2 has magnet repulsion, magnet return, and instead of a spring, and it uses ZZ bearings, the double Z bearings. So it's a little smoother, a little more reactive.
My wife says I have magnet repulsion. I don't know if
You heard
knew
it
that.
here, folks. You heard it here. Billy has magnetic repulsion. So, I think that's... I can give you the rest of the story if you want the rest of the story. So, I learned it, and I was doing straight key Century Club. That's what I hoodwinked him into doing was I think it was called a marathon run.
That's what it was.
Hour
like an
long.
hour-long marathon.
Minimum an hour. You could break it up into 2 30-minuters, but they had to be like right there together.
No, we did an hour.
Like a band switch.
No, we did an hour right out the box.
Oh yeah, well we live 2 miles from each other, so
That's got
it
nothing to
worked
do with
out.
how long you.
Yeah, it worked out pretty good. Who else we got in there? Y'all send us some
The
chat.
more question marks you send, the longer it's going to take.
That's true.
Yeah. I've had some moments where I had to question some
I just send the
things.
number 5 over and over again.
It works.
So
It sounds like
Then-
you're doing something.
it does, but it fills up the airspace. You know, you get
Some H's in there.
you get to the level that
Some
some
zeros. People think you're doing all kinds of stuff. You're not.
especially if they don't know. Somebody else is like, "There's something wrong with this guy."
Yeah.
Keep sending 0, 0. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Man, that guy knows a lot.
Da 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 da. Dit. Da 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 da. Dit.
Zero-y, zero-y.
Yeah. It's just zeros and ones. Zeros and ones.
And then da 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 da. Dit dit.
I do binary CW.
No, that's gotta be a song. Do 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 do.
Probably.
Do 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 do.
That's 5T.
Do do do.
We should write the song in code like 5T.
Yeah.
If you know that song, message us. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, we probably just got
It's a
demonetized
song,
for it.
something that probably. It's copywritten.
Yep.
I mean, you
But-
already said James Brown's name in this podcast.
We
Going
we
live?
did it with Morse Code though, so it's a little bit different. I did Straight Key Century Club, made about 50 contacts, which for only playing about 30 minutes to an hour every night and making 1 or 2 contacts, that's round here good. So I quit though. It was right around COVID. I just was tired of the noise at home. I have on 40 meters. Even to today, with me finding the noise-making RFI around here, there's still something. I still have S5 around here on a normal basis. If you're QRP, I don't get you in the log usually from home. But I quit. And I should have picked it up during the break in COVID where we are all housed up in the house. Instead, I chose to read books, which not a bad thing, just wasn't ham radio. I picked it up, though, again, I think it was in 2021, end of 2021. I said, you know what? July 4th, in fact. It was the 13 Colonies event.
You spent the whole summer.
Oh, 'cause you did
spent the
France or
whole. I was
Britain
gonna
or
say you
something.
spent the whole summer going through all the different degrees that SKCC
Oh,
has.
no, you did that too.
Yes, yes, that was the next summer.
The next summer.
That was the next summer. But it was July 4th, I believe of 2021. It was the French station was doing 35 words a minute, CW. And I said, I'm going to make contact with this French station. I don't remember what I don't even remember what GB. I know that Great Britain was GB19 or something like that. So it was probably, I forget it. It doesn't matter what they are. But I said, I'm making contact with this. I haven't done CW in 3 years. I'm doing this. So I went out there and actually made contact with France and heard my own call sign come back and was able to get a 599 because it was, a contest.
Everybody's 599.
Yeah. So then I was invigorated or reinvigorated. Then I started chasing Straight Key Century Club. And that's where Billy mentioned. I ran through, I wound up getting my Centurion. Then I got my, whatever the Tribune is, Tribune? Yeah.
Tribune.
And then I got
Senator.
my Senator level 1. And I haven't done a dang thing with it since. Occasionally when I do POTA, people do send their numbers, and if I'm on the right rig, I can switch to a straight key and give them my number, which is 15375 Sierra. And I think that's all I have to say about that. But who we got in the chat tonight? Anybody want to chime in and tell us how did you learn CW? Be awesome to hear back from you. All right. Well, Billy or Eddie, which one of you wants to tell us about your CW journey?
Oh, I can tell you about my CW journey. It's real basic. Well, I started out not last year, but the year before. I was doing the Bailey and Sprott challenge for POTA. And that is activating. Well, I did activate and hunt every day, but the hunting didn't have anything to do with it. So I was going to activate every day. So obviously, at some point, about month 6, you're like, okay, about had enough of this. So I swapped over to do an FT8. I did that for about 2 months, or maybe a month, and I was like, all right, this is really, really getting old and boring. And so I was like, all right, I'm just to pick up CW. And one day I'm sitting there, and a couple times I popped in Discord and said, hey, I've been working on CW. Let me try to copy your call sign. And so I'd made a couple of call signs. I think the very first one was with Robbie. And actually, my first CW contact might have been Hawaii or something. It was crazy. It was a good one. But either how, we did it. Robbie obviously helped me. But then one day I'm sitting at Georgia Veterans, which is US 2195. No, that ain't 2195. 2181. Either way, Georgia Veterans State Park.
Georgia Veterans 2181.
And I'm like, okay, I'm fixing to do it. So I had spotted on a Discord server and worked what I could. And I said, I'm fixing to go crazy and spot on POTA. So I did, and I just went from there and did my first CW activation and kind of just dove in the hard way. I really didn't do many practices. I am a member, actually a life member of CW, or Long Island CW Club. I did partake in some of their classes. Actually quite a few, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 months of it actually. And so it did probably help. But then I kind of just dove off into the deep end and spotted on the POTA website and said, come and get me if you can. And I do remember that very first activation. I had not Germany, MOTTQ. Who is it over there?
Oh, that's Stu?
Stewart
MOTTQ?
Yeah, called me. So I'm sitting there figuring out that
TTQ.
M0, my very first CW activation. So it was fun, but and made all the contacts I needed on QRP. And now that is a tip. I did start running like 3 watts or 5 watts. Now
that's a double-edged sword, I think.
Yeah. Now I'm pushing like 75 watts nowadays.
Wow,
on
who
my
didn't pay
CW
the electric
activation.
bill?
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know, but I like it. It's more fun in here now.
Well, it's a lot darker now.
It's more fun on my eyes.
But the double-edged sword is QRP can be difficult, but I think that QRP is more difficult. Some people say that it's difficult for the QRPer, but really I think it puts a load on somebody who, for POTA-wise, is the person who's trying to copy you.
Absolutely, yeah.
But the other thing is, how many question marks did you send?
A lot. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Me too.
I've been activating CW for about 3 years now, and I'm still probably only 75%, 75 to 80% on a good day of copying full call signs on the first go around. A lot of it is literally just confidence in my own copy ability. A lot of times I do have it right, even though I send a question mark. But like today, I was telling Robbie earlier, this whole week I've been really copying well. And then all of a sudden today I go out and I'm like, I don't know, 20%. I'm really having to send question marks. And I think just every day, there are days you have a bad day and your brain's just not on fire with it. So that's my story. Like I said, I just kind of dove off the deep end with, honestly, minimal practice or schooling. And just sort of, and now granted, where these guys are better at conversational CW, I'm learning it on the fly. I'm pretty well at call signs now, and I can copy nowadays people sending my name, good luck, good day. Other than that, now challenging is a DX call sign coming in with something that you're not expecting on the front end. Of course, France calls us enough that Fs are not that uncommon anymore. Honestly.
I use find business all the time.
Yeah.
So I like to throw that SE out there.
And,
So
and you
F
know,
is
it's
not
funny.
hard.
He's doing fine business, and I think that caters to the not saying that we're young or anything, but I think the older crowd likes the fine business.
I say it all the time. Well, I guess I don't say it. I guess I did a dot it, did dot.
Dada
did it, did.
Now,
did it,
for
dot
me,
it.
tell me where fine business belongs, because I don't use it.
I use that in the end all the time before I wrap things up.
Okay.
I say thanks, fine business, and then I say 72.
So we do have some comments. I don't want us to go any further before we mention Jim said that he's been at it a year and still struggle like crazy to copy. I feel hopeless.
No, don't be hopeless.
Nope. I have found that the best way to learn this is just to get out there and do it.
Absolutely.
Get out there and do it.
So I would say the last 3 or 4 months I've been almost exclusive. I call it sideband Sundays. A lot of times Sunday mornings I do sideband. And also if I'm in a very big hurry to get home, I'll do sideband. But other than that, I've been doing CW pretty much exclusively. And that went from tons and tons of question marks to people giving up on me. I'm sending so many to, honestly, now, if you're sending 15 words a minute, I'm copying your complete call sign. So, don't give up.
I haven't given up. There was a time I started out, when I started back, I felt like even 5 words a minute, I was like, dang, I'm never going to get the Q, the P, the X, the Y. I'm never going to get these separated.
All of a sudden it just clicks.
Yeah, one day it just all of a sudden you just understand it.
But when it does, all of a sudden you're going to be like, wait, that dude sent me Indiana and I copied somebody in Georgia. And you're like, oh crap, that was a G and not a U. Your brain just flips stuff sometimes.
But Eddie does have this thing. He has to tell himself multiple times. What do you have to tell yourself?
I don't know, but it's probably a lot.
Copy what
you hear.
Yeah.
That is right.
Because he will be trying to do what?
I'll be trying to make call signs because I'm expecting a K or expecting an A or expecting a W at the front. And all of a sudden there's 2 days ago, hotel at the front, which ain't crazy uncommon because sometimes we get the Hotel India 8, so the Hotel Indias, but this was Hotel something completely different. So I'm trying to figure it out, and it was Hotel Bravo 9 something. It was Switzerland. But like I said, Robbie's right. Just copy what you hear, and you'd be amazed what comes up that QRZ's found that somebody's call sign.
Well, and eventually you start learning patterns too. You start learning when people are saying QSL, they're saying, whatever.
Yeah, like you get used to hear because you'll hear a lot of good morning, good afternoon.
Yeah. Thank you. You are.
And I've added that into my CW just to try to get my mind thinking more. Most of the time I'm good afternoon or good evening.
Yeah.
I'm trying to throw that in even on my activations just to get myself sending more and listening for more. I generally try to listen for the state. A lot of times if I hear a different state than what QRZ's pulled, I'm going to go da-da-da-da-da, so-and-so's call sign, and question mark, and I'll send their state and question mark, and they'll be like, yeah, da-da-da-da. And you'll be like, oh, well, that's weird, but okay, I'm going to say he's in Kansas. Well, go figure, and I'll look on POTA, and, he'll be activating parks in Kansas. I'm like, yep, I got it right.
That's a check balance.
Exactly. Checks and balances with CW, to me, is strong.
It helps me. And it can help if you have an electronic logging and access to the internet. I think it is good. If especially if you're on the holy crap, I'm totally key frightened, don't really feel confident in this. If you copy the state and it matches the state, you got a pretty good chance. Unless it's a freaking 4 call, because there's a bunch of them in the 4 area. There's hey, how about them apples?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hi there.
So, that check balance is nice. When I do paper logging, I go, somebody's going to get logged wrong, I guarantee it. Maybe not so much anymore. I feel like
you nail it. Don't get me wrong.
I'm up to an easy sending 20 words a minute and can
Robbie
copy POTA.
Don't get me wrong. Robbie's expert level.
No, I'm not. No, I would never take expert. Never. I will have 2 imposter syndromes before I consider myself an expert. But I do quite well at it. I enjoy it. I can do other things while I'm juggling a camera.
Talking to us and still copying.
Texting y'all. Yeah. I can't send and talk at the same time, though. No,
I have to go back at the end of my stuff and I double check. Anybody who spotted me, anybody who did this, I'll double check.
I sink into the middle of my head when I start sending, and I have no clue what's going on around me.
You can tell when we're doing that too, because I stare off into space. I've watched videos. I watch videos where I'm staring off into space the whole time because
if our eyes could physically turn 180 degrees, they would like a goat because
Now, what's crazy is
I don't-
sending.
I
Sending,
lose
you
the-
don't think about it.
I don't either.
you don't think
even
about
like-
sending
especially
it,
like
but you
CQ,
zone out.
Or they're this, or they're state. Like half the time, I send without thinking about it.
I was gonna say
anymore.
sometimes I forget where I'm at too. I'll be sending and I'll go. What
Did I say
did
that?
Yeah, did I just say my call sign?
Or did I
don't
say
know
good
what I was-
afternoon, or did I say thank you, or what?
Yeah.
No, I'm good. thank
Because you're busy listening for the next person. I'm good, thanks.
All right, so Jim also said after the Grinders chimed in with their they're just taunting us. He says, I love to be able copy names, rig, antennas. So
You're well past
you
me.
would
sir.
love to be able to copy. I'm reading into it. You would love to be able to copy all of that. Comes with practice, lots of practice. I would say that what helped me the first round was I did a lot of listening. I really wasn't concerned with being able to send because, it's true, you'll always be able to send faster than you can receive. You may not know what you're sending, but you can send faster than you receive. So, Jim, thank you so much for commenting tonight. If there's anybody else out there, Jim, I'm not cutting you off. I'm saying say more. We'd love to get you back to copying, but there are some tools that we can talk about now once we go through and see how Billy learned. I'm interested to hear that because I'm sure I've heard it and I already forgot.
There's all kinds of stuff that's involved with the way that I learned. I was interested in CW from the not necessarily from the
Yeah,
get-go.
pretty much so.
Almost right from the
Pretty
beginning.
freaking
The only
close.
reason
I was gonna say.
the reason I got into ham radio to begin with is because I worked EMS, and we were so I flew for a long time as a nurse and as a flight medic, and we were at the airport one day, and one of my partners was like, "Hey, check this out," and he pulls his car around, and he's got this tracking app, and he was tracking a satellite that was crossing overhead, and he picked up the radio and did his call sign, and I heard it come back, and I was like, I always wanted to learn ham radio. And fast forward, I emailed Robbie, and
I didn't know him from Adam's House Cat back then.
It was during COVID, and I went and I studied and took my exam. Well, with my technician, I couldn't do all the things I wanted to do, so obviously I kept studying. But anyways, I didn't really like talking on the radio. And I would see Robbie do CW, and I said, I want to learn how to do that. So I just jumped all in head first and bought everything. And I would be at
He's
work.
not kidding.
We'd
The
be at
kitchen
work.
table's
We'd
full.
go on a flight, and I sat in the back and took care of patients. But whenever we didn't have patients, it was just me in the back listening to the radio. So I would tune in the aircraft radio and listen for the call signs for the airports that they project, and they project them real slow, like 5 words or less per minute. It's pretty.
I think it's right at 5
Yeah,
words.
it's pretty
a minute.
slow.
Wait, they're sending that on CW?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you can pick up.
I think
you
it's
have an airport
FM
identifier.
modulated
It is.
CW, or AM.
But they'll have
modulated
they'll
CW.
do their airport identifiers, and I used to sit in the back and write those down, and then I would get these code CDs, like I got this one from Gordon West, and I would download them onto
You may
my.
have to get it closer
I
because our
would,
friggin'
I was gonna
lights
say I
went
would
out.
download these onto my iPhone and hook my phone up to, because the headsets we wore were Bluetooth, so they're noise canceling, and I would just take a pen and a pad, and we'd be on a 2-hour flight to wherever, and I would just write code down the whole time. And then when I wasn't doing that, I started buying things like I bought this, and I just sit at the desk at work, and this is made by, they don't make these anymore obviously because MFJ is out of business, but it's an MFJ Pocket Morse Code tutor, and it just plays code over and over again, and I would just sit at the desk and write code down, and
Turn it on and show it to the cam.
Yeah.
Now that the lights aren't on, they'll actually be
might
able to
actually
see
be able
it.
to see it. Yeah. So I think
It's got a 2x16
I've got it
display.
you can't.
Oh, is
see
there
it.
no backlight?
No, there's no backlight on it.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
But you would. Let's see if I can get it to play.
Sorry, contrast.
Yep.
There we go. There's your contrast.
There you go.
Looks
So I
like
would-
a concert
I
now.
would take this to work and listen to that and write code down, and then I started buying all these different little boxes. I've got a Morse 32, and I've got this new one that I did my video with that apparently 5.8 million people enjoyed, and I don't know. I think it's just the more that you do this stuff, the better off you. I mean, there's not a wrong way. I don't think.
Is this the
The only-
Morse Arena?
The only thing I would say with that it helped my learning was I tried these Gordon West tapes and they were too slow. Like the speed was just too slow.
Like 5 words a minute.
So I
slow.
started doing the Farnsworth method, and that was when I really started picking stuff up because you listen to the letters at speed, and you can slow down the spacing in between them.
The Farnsworth is definitely it as far as because you can hear it. You just need some time to process.
Right.
It's not so much not hearing all the characters. It's just the process time.
I wonder how much of that was in the beginning was me just counting dits and das though.
Because that's what happens. You in the beginning you start counting, and you're like, well, that's. And by the time you've missed a letter, and you're trying to count what it was, you're on to the next letter.
And then the next, and the
And
next.
then
And
at
next
some-
thing you know, you're a whole sentence
Right.
behind.
Yeah.
But at some point with the Farnsworth, you just know what it is. It's like another
Eventually.
language. Yeah.
It was like 20 words a minute, but I did originally when I started trying to pick my speed up, I did 20 words a minute just to hear it that fast. But I think I told y'all it was effective 3 words per minute. I would hear "Ba-da-ba-doop," and I go, all right,
That sounded like Sandstorm.
well, yeah, there's that's the
fast for
Utah
me.
guy.
But the Forrest.
Forrest needs to join us one night. That would be fun. And hear about his journey.
I'm using another thing now. It's called ICR, Instant Character Recognition, and they've got a website. I'll get you to link it later, but you can. It's free, and they recommend listening to the letters at like between 20 and 30 words per minute, and then you just space it out. But when you hear them that fast, eventually you just realize it's an F.
Who is
or
it?
it's a G.
Kilo India 5 GTR, like Les from Arkansas. He blasts so fast. I think that's his call sign.
That kid that we're talking about, Forrest, he has an awesome channel. But he is so. As a kid, I don't know how old he is. He's probably our age or maybe a little bit younger than me.
You
But
think
yeah, pretty old. But I mean, he's on there like 35, 40 words per minute. He's so fast that it just all runs together to me.
Mhm.
It's awesome. Yeah, the ICR. That's it right there. That's the website. They've got a whole series on YouTube, and they're the ones that do the. You can sign up through them and do a class for like 3 months for free.
They're saying our audio is low. It's probably because the microphone is not close enough. Let's try. Now, I know I'm a little bit louder, but we're really sorry about that, guys. We are not audio-visual guys.
Actually,
Audio.
my first degree was.
Well, actually, he is.
You got a lot.
Now
of
the
degrees,
microphone's in front of my
though.
face.
You got a lot of degrees though.
I got a couple of degrees.
All right, so we're going to switch to the web really quick.
You have no face any longer.
Robbie's.
Alexa, how much time is left on my timer?
Which is
there we go, right there. That's good. All right.
There we go.
Hey,
There we go. All right.
Hey.
You know, I had this whole system working earlier today, and then we go to actually do the stream, and everything goes wrong. It never fails. I had this thing going for half an hour, and now things are stinking. So, at any rate, we apologize for that, Casey.
Before you say anything else, I just want to do a shameless plug. You can do my page on here. I need you to post it.
Which page?
My YouTube channel.
Oh yeah. We'll get it. We'll get that up. All right. So this is what Billy's talking about: is instant character recognition. Like I have this thing
Before anybody leaves.
Before you guys go.
extremely boosted, as loud as it'll go, and for some reason it's just never good enough. But maybe there property. There's no properties to even fix.
Boom.
This is what Billy was talking about, instant character recognition. I've never used this website. So that's what we got to figure
It's
out.
free, and you can set the rate. You can set what method you want to do. You can set what you want it to read back or play back, I suppose.
Look at there.
So it's pretty neat. And then, like I said, scroll down. It's got those. See, nobody does. Who does an ampersand?
Who does character?
Yeah, who does?
Yeah,
I don't need. To
I don't know any of those, and don't think
I
I'll
have
ever
never
use
felt the
it.
need to do a plus or an equal
In
a
fact, I would
conversation.
use none of
Now I will
those.
plug an app. I did use Morse Mania.
Oh,
a
I did.
lot.
I used that too. I did use.
Now,
I use.
plugging
I
in
still.
that-
I still use Morse
I like
Mania.
Morse
I like.
Mania
I like
a
to do
lot.
that at work when I'm
Like
not
if
busy.
I skipped a day or two of CW,
Yeah.
sometimes before I go activate,
I do
I'll
like-
run Morse Mania
I do
just
like
to get
doing
my
that.
brain fired back up.
I do like doing that. I forgot about that app. Too.
Yeah.
That's a really good app.
So
But yeah,
that's
you can
that.
set, you can set that. There's your character. So there's your character spacing in your Farnsworth. That's what I do down at the bottom.
Oh, there's more.
Oh yeah,
It
and then you
takes a
just
minute
and
to
then you
get
just
down there.
click play, and then it does everything for you.
So you can change your Farnsworth to 10 words a minute, or even 5 words a minute. If you're just starting out, start at 5 words
That's
a
all
minute.
free.
but
but
you
your
say
char-
that's
but
all
then-
free?
Yeah,
yeah,
That's also
yeah,
if
you,
you
don't
get-
even have to log in for
Well,
this.
you get all that also on Long Island CW Club. Of course, not exactly free, but I don't think you're supporting a bad thing.
No, I think it's great, especially if you're wanting to speed everything up.
There's actually a lot of more. I've actually used Morse Code World. I made a recording somewhere on here. Maybe it was one of the other ones, but I've made recordings that I've put in my phone and listened to when I wasn't near a web or anything like that. A lot of times I just like to go out
Well,
and play.
I learned this. I was going to tell you, this came from an application that I applied for with CW Innovations. And they're the ones, they have a YouTube channel, I think, and they promote this, but they have a class that runs for a certain amount of time where you just practice with people throughout the week using the character recognition. But they want you to start learning the words or the characters at a certain speed before you take the class.
Oh.
And that makes sense, so that you already have some of your homework done.
Yeah, you don't
Instead-
you don't come in there not knowing anything about what you're about to.
Which
Okay.
probably makes it move faster, because then once you get to that point,
I'm scheduled to do the class in January. They were full until January, but when you sign up, you're supposed to devote a certain amount of time throughout the week, and they assign you somebody not online. Like hopefully, the way I read it was they assigned somebody where you can have conversations
over the air.
over the air. Now, of course, that depends on how the bands are, obviously, but
Well, if they're close enough, 40 meters is usually fairly reliable in the evenings. 20 meters is good if the bands are good.
Oh, speaking of that, I got another thing that I used to learn. This is from Ham Radio Solutions, and I use this at work.
By the way.
No. I dug this out of the. So this is the CW hotline.
Okay, I've never seen this.
Yeah. So this is a computer-based program where you plug this box into your computer, and you can have a QSO with a robot.
Oh.
And you can adjust the speed and the spacing. And
Hold
it'll
up.
You'll actually have a QSO.
Don't forget, his name is Dr. Billy, so now we're figuring all the gadgets.
Yep, his channel on YouTube. If you want to join his channel, join. I use that term in the wrong way. If you want to subscribe to him, he's in the lab with Dr. Bill.
Dr. Bill.
Dr.
Oh, DR.
Dr. Bill. And we'll
You
go.
can subscribe to my channel too, but it's nothing.
You got to start somewhere,
He's
buddy.
smoking POTA. It's always something. If we go to
Cheap chicken
YouTube,
Sundays.
we can show you in the lab with Dr. Bill in just a moment. But yeah, Billy has always had. There you are, right there.
That's
All right,
too
so we'll
fast.
show you his channel. I mean, shoot, he's been at this a week and already has almost as many subscribers as I do.
Yeah, there's me.
All right, so let's bring this up for you all to see on the web, and we will fade to black. This is Billy's page right here, in the lab with Dr. Bill, and
Yeah, there's my short on there that's got 5.8 million views in
let's
2
let's
weeks.
go take a look at that. It's crazy. If you go to his shorts, and you'll see
Oh, keep scrolling down.
18,000, 2,000, 4,000 for some.
That is-
Hey, the second one you posted did pretty
Yeah,
good.
I'm telling you, those
72,000
CW learning
views.
videos are hot.
But then you got 5.7 million views. Till you get monetized, and then they cut you back.
Well,
I mean,
you know,
the-
my Quan Shang HTCW got 14,000 views.
and shoot, that's definitely round here good, because mine only got like 1,000. Similar video.
Then my favorite one that I made the impress your friends with learn Morse code. I mean, 2,700. I really wanted more out of that one.
People didn't want to get rickrolled. Probably.
Well, you know,
It's just the way that it goes. But yeah, he's in the lab with Dr. Bill, and you know we show some pretty interesting stuff. Between the three of us, we all have something interesting that we could share for sure. And
thanks for the plug.
there's your plug. I told you I'd do it. I did it.
He's going to add it to the description too, because you know.
Yeah, you have to go back and edit these things later. But I hope that Casey, I hope the volume has gotten better. I started talking a little bit louder, but yeah, it's 20 decibels lower than it ought to be. And it won't let me adjust it for nothing. So at any rate. Oh, there's balance. There's volume.
Oh.
Hold up.
Oh, there it is.
Hold
Now
up.
now you're clipping it.
No, I'm not.
Well, you were close.
It's getting close. It's still negative 20.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna give y'all 3 decibels a gain. Is this better? Let's
3
hear it.
dBs.
Yep. Chickity check.
Yep.
Check,
And
check.
look,
There you go.
killed the GoPro while we were at it.
Wow.
Oh man.
I
A little
swear,
RF.
I can't lose for winning. I mean, win for
Little
losing.
RF in the
Either
system.
or.
That is 3.5 decibels of gain. That takes us to still negative 15 at the peaks.
Peak.
So, I'm gonna try to get the GoPro back online for a moment. Anything else?
Well, let's show them our favorite latest key.
All right. Well, we gotta have a camera for that.
Oh, well, that's great.
Okay.
Let me
so,
describe my latest favorite key. It's silver,
It's metal.
circular,
Has some paddles.
has 2 paddles.
if you
Those
spell it
$10.
backwards, it says "geek it up."
I didn't notice that.
No,
Holy
you
moly.
Somebody commented on my video and blew my mind over it. That they said
Son of a monkey.
it says
Geek
"geek
it
it
up."
up."
That's what it is.
That's genius.
That is that.
I
I mean,
thought it was some Japanese name all this time.
That's next level, and I didn't even
Geek
know
it
it.
up.
Man.
well, you know, that's
That's
what.
like the
it takes a whole
Espanol
community
saying
to be able to
DOG,
do
and their
this.
dog's name is D-O-G, dog.
I used to work with somebody whose their dog was Dog. That's how they said it was Dog.
Well, I feel a dumb
But this key right here looks like a duck,
Quacks like a duck.
but
Sins like $1 million.
it sends way better than
The
a
$20
double digit half of 100, give or take a few dollars, because we're really not allowed to say how much we pay for these things when you're a Amazon. Well, you can.
Yeah, I don't know how much I paid. $29, I think.
I paid more than that for it. Yeah.
$39 I paid for
I
that
believe it
thing.
was about $39. They had a coupon.
That's
with
I
it
do
on.
not have any affiliate links, so check them out on Amazon.
Yeah.
Geek it up backwards is Putakig, and they're about $39.
I wasn't disappointed for the price, that's for sure.
Absolutely not.
No, once
I've
I got
used
mine
this.
worked in, it started off rocky, but my contacts are super close together.
So are mine.
And I was being rough with it.
I'm always rough with my keys, though, dude. I send hard.
Yeah, send hard or go home.
Exactly. Now
Yours feels a little
game
better. Mine's a
changer-
little spongy.
I haven't
His
used
is
that
closer
one as
than
much
mine.
either though.
But mine's getting broken in well. I've got hundreds of contacts on mine. But
We probably have an equal amount.
but the
because I've gone out and played
the
quite a bit.
jeweler's anvil made a difference.
Yeah, that's a game changer.
Dude,
See,
I mean, I'm an oversized dude, so I have a table. So between my steering wheel and my table, I have an iPad with a keyboard attached. It rides here, and I put my anvil and my key there, so I can send sideways and type, and everything is this way. The only thing I do with my right hand is my auto keyer on my 891.
Yep. I had a metal plate, like a little metal plate before, and it was just awkward. But that little jeweler's anvil,
And it's heavy enough it sits on.
Doesn't go
sits on
anywhere.
the corner of my keyboard that doesn't affect any keys that I really need, and I just roll with it.
when we're sitting at the picnic tables too, doing activations out at the park, like if it just sits on the table, I just like where it sits at. Like it's comfortable to rest my hand on the table. And
Now I'll tell you, the last time I sat with at a park when I was camping, so I was using the 7300. I took my other pretty good key, my little Star Wars key,
Mhm.
and I actually magneted, because this got huge magnets, this solid as a rock, to the top of the radio. And I just reached up at the top of the radio, was sending. The radio was here, I was just sending off the
That
top
didn't
of the
affect
radio.
anything on your radio at all?
Not at all. I was using the radio to send off of.
Interesting. Cool. Robbie, anything?
I've never magneted anything to the top of my radio.
I would
with
just be
this
afraid.
one-
I would just be afraid that it would do something to the radio.
If it did, it didn't affect me.
Yeah, with this one, I was always doing the air sending.
No, I do that with
Um,
your key now. I air
With this
send,
one, air sending.
definitely air sending. I love air sending. Same thing though. I just rested on my belly.
But I'm sitting here
And
doing
send
this,
like
and
this.
then typing the call sign out, and then sending. But I've got a knee strap on the website that,
No, I have
of course,
not,
this
I
key.
have not done that yet.
This
It's-
key
it's
doesn't
comfortable,
have
too.
where you can really mount magnets to it. You can put them in the screw holes in the bottom, but that doesn't. It's not just the magnets that we have
Not
are
enough
not
surface area.
strong enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the POTA key though has the Star Wars version. It's a stainless steel key. Eddie has a gold one. I have a stainless
They're
steel
like-
one.
Three nickel size magnets.
Big. And they are strong. If you stick it to a refrigerator, you'll move the refrigerator almost before you can pull it off of the
Stick-
fridge.
yeah, like I was-
it'll open a refrigerator
I used to
door.
would stick it outside the door of my Jeep, magnet on the door of the Jeep, and send with my arm resting on the Jeep window.
Yeah, you could
outside
you
the
could
door.
crack a safe with these things. But I've got that one that I really like, but my radio is buried under the passenger side under the dashboard, so it's not like I'd really have to have go gadget arms to be able to reach it anyways right there. But we're nearing the top of the hour, hour, not that it's actually 10 o'clock, but I have been working on my own ham cube, and I like to program. I like to do Arduino stuff. I like to take CW and mix it with programming, and so I started out with the Arduino Mega 2560 just to get started, and then I ported all of that code over to an RPi 2040, and it's a Raspberry Pi processor, dual core. I hear you beeping over there, but nobody cares anymore. That's I had the lights running on a generator, and the generator quit for some reason. But I have this is a prototype of what I'm not calling the ham cube. I'm calling this the Morse box. But this is the prototype of it. And I have it on a screen where you can, Billy, you want to man the key?
Sure, where's the key at?
Can the man?
Man the key, and we'll give you kind of a demonstration about, I have a short, I'm going to do another short of this. I'm steadily working on issues with my mistakes in the code. I changed some things. I was using the same functions in Arduino and realized after the fact that I really screwed one up. But we're going to hit go on this. But this is the echo function. You should be able to hear that a lot better. And Billy's going almost off of memory here. This is what, 13 words a minute? Is that what we set it to?
Somewhere around there.
But you can practice your sending. Send it wrong this time. That was nothing. Send a C or something. So it tells you quickly what you sent. It's a 7, so you can send it now.
Woohoo!
Heck yeah! And we had unskilled people that aren't even hams
Yeah.
actually having a lot of fun with this thing. How'd you do that with me yapping?
I can hear it.
We
I
can hear
can't read it,
code.
but I can hear it.
Up, Glider Rider. Hey, good evening. Can you send this? Ben's best bent wire.
Sure we can.
But you don't have it set up to send anything, do you?
I mean, you could just send it and
Nope, it's not letting me do
he
that.
he started out the gate wrong.
But it's not going to let me do it that way, I don't think.
Oh, you're going too fast.
Nope.
Let me see if I can do it. Here,
Yeah, it's.
you gotta get that space.
But I
in
don't.
there.
I don't think it'll. What I'm saying. But what I'm getting at is you don't have it set up to. You can
Yeah,
do the other
It'll
one.
show the letters if they're wrong.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So you gotta get the space in.
Let's see if I can do it.
You're too fast for the rhyme.
Yeah, too fast for it.
Let's boost the let's go to 20 words a minute. See if I can do it again. Let's see. That is the program. Then we go to level, which is for the levels of the learning. Here we go. You can even use the key to change that. And then let's see. Okay, this is more.
A little bit.
Oh, I got one of the letters right.
He faked it out.
So I can do it if I'm looking at how to spell it.
Yeah, that's the
That's the issue. Is I got to see how to spell it.
thing. Yeah.
So
That's half the difficulty of being an ignoramus like me.
you want to try Ben's best wire? Ben.
I definitely can't see it.
The freaking
And that was how we broke the internet.
what am I saying? Ben's best?
Ben's best
Bent
wire.
wire.
Ben's.
That was BEI. N best. Best. Bent. Wire.
Boom. There you go.
You did it. Now, that's not the intentions of this particular program, but there is one. Unfortunately, my programming on one of the things messed up the programming for that other
That
one.
does get a good rhythm going. I agree completely.
Yeah, I like it. Oh, and see,
It's almost slow for me too, though. But that's not 20, is it?
I don't know. I really was looking at it backwards on the screen, so.
I feel it's slower than 15.
That's my jam.
It does sound really good, though.
I like it though. Yeah,
I wonder if we could make a song out of that.
we can.
Da did 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 da did 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 da. Nope.
No, because you got it
No,
wrong
no, no,
already.
that was
Da,
Ben's.
did, did, did. Did,
Da
did,
did
did.
did did da did 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 da did 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 da da. Okay.
This song is terrible.
No, nobody's going to be interested in that at all. But it does have a good rhythm to it, and it changes it up because one of the hardest names to send is either Billy with the double L's, or
Robbie likes to send Bill.
yeah, because I get stuck trying to get the Y out. Like there are times where your brain just locks
He
up.
just sends
Da,
L's
da,
over
da.
and over again every time we talk.
Yep.
Da, 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 da.
It's become a joke because apparently everybody calls him Bob.
Yes, and
up,
I go.
Bob?
It's
now
not Bob.
so now
it's
I
Rob."
send Bob to him every time I hear him
Nice.
somewhere.
Yes, he does.
Well, he calls me and then he sends double club calls, and I'm just like, thanks for the club now.
Appreciate
He
it.
I don't even
is.
send it all back. I just be like, I'll be like, TU club.
You did the other day, and I went, well, that was new.
I didn't know what else to send. Like, I don't want to send them all back. So I'm just like, thanks for club.
Yeah, and you did, and I was like, yay, go Eddie. But the fact that you sent something other than staring off into space and not
No,
saying
I'm
anything-
trying to copy and conversate more.
Well, the fact that he's picking it up, because usually I would send him and call back and send another club call and call back and send the third club or the second club call plus my own. And I just started going AS and then giving them right off the bat, and he's recognizing them. And that KQ one screws me up every time. That's,
oh, no. I know Whiskey Delta 4 Kilo Oscar Whiskey.
not that one. I'm talking
No,
about
no, the KQ. The other day I copied it and I'm like, that ain't right. And then you send it again, or I
Because
don't
I
know if I
probably
questioned
messed it up.
and I heard it and I'm like, that's it.
KQ4
I don't know that one.
It's KQ4 DMQ. It was what we had before we realized we had another call sign.
Yeah.
For our club.
Thank the Lord.
Yeah. It was the original, like, 1976 call sign, whenever the Whiskey Deltas were in the 4 and kilos.
Yeah, now just a serious question, not that it deals with live stream, but how did we keep the cow call sign and lost?
Because clubs can
Papa
have,
or whatever it is.
I don't know about nowadays, but I know that clubs can have a vanity call sign and still keep your other call sign. Heck, maybe we never had it to begin with, but we sure had our name on it for a while. It was Alpha Alpha 4 Papa, and we lost it because our club member who did all that stuff,
Passed away.
he passed away due to long COVID. And so we were left high and dry, and because none of us had been trained on it, we had no idea what to do. And even the guy that's the Southeastern Repeater Association guy, I think his name's David, but I haven't talked to him in a while, but he definitely gave it to me kind of harshly, and I said, "You're right." He goes, "Wow, you're not retaliating against me," and I go, "I shouldn't have to."
Tell you like
You're
Morse
right.
Code.
I'm
like
like a
Morse
chicken
code.
with my head in the sand. I have no idea what I'm doing. I admit, me being an amateur extra, I ought to know what I'm doing, but this isn't my jam. I'm an electronics guy. I didn't know about what all it took to get a repeater going, and heck, I still don't know what it takes to get a repeater going. But as far as getting it coordinated, at one point in time I knew what to do. I couldn't tell you now, but you do have to verify that information once a year. But there's always something to learn.
I was going to say that's the thing about ham radio. Boy, you can go 12 different directions and not even bump into each other.
You can go quarter 20 to the wall, and in one thing, and then in something else you'll probably forget how to do it if you don't use it, you lose it.
Oh yeah. Everybody's done slow scan. Everybody's done email over radio, but if you don't use it, you lose it. Well, you'll get there.
Well, the email, that's why I practice about once a month with our local ARRL Aries. Is it Aries? Not ARRL, but Aries. I practice about once a month sending
I got
email.
my first FT8 contact the other night because I don't FT8.
Well, that's not saying a lot, but I'll give you some knuckles for that.
He doesn't even want to give nuts for
I
FTA.
was like-
He's like, whatevs,
I was
everybody's
like-
doing it.
Whoa.
I was like, I guess I'll learn how to do it too.
Just say FT4 and we'll accept you.
We'll accept you. Yeah,
I had to come over here. I
FT4
asked-
So what was that contest a while back? Oh, field day. Sorry for offending anybody.
I've had dentist appointments that were better than
No. Yeah, we sucked, didn't we? But
Field day
after
was
that,
terrible.
I went home and I'm like, okay, I'm still make some contact. So I'm like, crap, what can I do that'll be fun on field day? I reset up some, anyway.
WSJTX?
No.
No?
Screw that. I made any field day contact I made after our shitty. Yeah, I didn't go there. But our activation, I did them on PSK 31.
Oh, heck yes. That's what I started on.
So I was like, if I'm gonna do it on digital, I'm gonna go digital. And what are they called when you set up your pre-set up buttons? The macros. Yeah, I set some macros. Remembered how to do all the little programming, like
I wouldn't be able to do
open
it right
parentheses and close parentheses and this, that, and another, and got it working just by watching.
right after field day.
No, I did. I got field day contacts. I made like 6 or 8 or 10.
It was after we suffered.
After
out there
that
under
day,
the
yeah, the
trees.
afternoon, I went home and played. I made 6 or 8 or 10 PSK 31 contacts.
I went home and said, "Man,
No, because
today
it's
sucked."
active. So I did it, and I was like, "Well,
It
that's
was-
fun."
That's good. You can 14.070. You can go listen to PSK 31.
Now slow scan.
Yeah, that's good.
I do like slow scan.
I like slow scan. Slow scan is fun, but
I still think we should do a slow scan POTA activation.
I mean,
you would have
I
we'd
got
have
We
to-
better
several-
carve out a couple
we'd have
hours.
to-
yeah, I've got several hunts, but never an activator QSO that way. There was obviously James, Kilo Echo 8, Papa Zulu November,
Yeah.
but there was a dude before that was out. He was, I wish I could remember his call.
Was it Ryan Hanna? K9ZIE?
Maybe he was skirting around out.
think that's his
he had a
name.
Jeep and like a small pup camper. They was pulling behind a Jeep, skirting around the west, and he would run
No,
some.
that wasn't him. I don't
He would
think.
run some slow scan TV and he would take a picture of where he was at and use
Oh,
that
yeah,
as
that
his.
wasn't him.
No, yeah,
But now he's done some off the wall stuff. He's done
and I know what you're talking.
all kinds
yeah,
of
he would do
digital
like
ones.
Hellscriber
JT9
and yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. He's from more north, right?
I want to say Minnesota.
Yeah. This dude was out. He was skirting. Like I said, it was a Jeep or a Bronco or something. He was toting a small camper around out the western parks,
That's
and he would
pretty
do
cool.
some slow scan from.
I gotta say, if you're taking pictures of where you are and sending it as you're doing, oh goodness gracious.
There goes Robbie.
No, it's crazy. I just drank a Monster and I took my ADHD meds after work today because I forgot to take them this morning. So I should be like, I've actually finished. I finished whole sentences tonight. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, good job.
Yeah. But we have streamed for an hour. We hope this has been entertaining. We should stream more often, but I get frustrated with speaking of, I either need a new computer or new cameras. Can't afford any of those. So there's that.
Yeah.
But thanks for sticking with us. I did learn how to turn the volume up. You have to boost the gain. 9 decibels of gain.
This
Plus-
sounds good.
Plus the volume's as high as it'll go.
Volume.
Yeah, it's me.
It's fine.
It's totally me. I'll get better at this if we could stream more often. It'd be great. It's been fun.
Absolutely.
And Billy took one of my Diet Mountain Dews out of the fridge to
I've
check it
enjoyed
out.
my ramen.
Yeah, you're gonna swell up like a balloon drinking all that ramen. Well, we wish y'all a good night. Hopefully, we've given you some pretty interesting tools to go out there and try to learn whatever it is you want to learn. It may not be CW. Maybe you are struggling with saying, you know what, FT8, they're just a, there we go.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, now,
VWN.
you talk about
South Dakota.
FT8 difficult, not necessarily,
It's the computer
but
side of
keeping
it.
your computer all figured out with a Windows update can be a booger.
Hey, listen, the whole reason I even tried it was I bought one of those ZBit X radios,
You got me.
and I was out at the park,
it built in.
and it has it built in.
Ooh.
So you literally just,
Wait. So sorry, we're not done yet.
we were almost done.
So
But then I went down another
with
rabbit
the
hole.
6100 with the bootleg
R1 CD,
software,
not
have you
bootleg,
done
R1
it? Have you done it in it?
You know what? I forgot that was a thing.
I want to download it and try it.
Well, I don't know about that, but I bought what's the app? Because I'm going to try.
I've already forgotten.
FT8,
IFTX.
IFTX for the Apple products.
I tried to use it the other day, but I think
I bought the
smoked my radio.
I bought the cables for my Elecraft, and I'm going to try to do FT8 the next. Not that I really want to do FT8, but I want to try.
No.
it.
But if you need to
FT8
leave
in the
the
field is different, dude.
I'm sorry.
FT8 in the field can be hard as peak crap. Whatever the proper word to say on the stream is. You figure you're hooking up a computer, stringing all these cables to it, trying to get what codec you are, trying to get what COM
Yes.
port you are, and you're
But-
like, and you've taken this apart, disassembled it every time. It's different. It's different than being at the shack and firing your computer
and
up.
I think it's a good backup. Robbie was what
No,
brought
you're
my
right.
attention to it, because if you're out there trying to do an activation and
Yeah.
you just can't make 10 contacts and you don't want to fail.
Now CW has helped
And
me
if
with
you're
that.
freaking ready to go, like,
But even
you know,
CW has gotten to where there's been times where on QRP CW it's taken me 45 minutes to make 10 contacts.
And that's the only CW.
and that's a good day.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sometimes I've been out there. I sat out there 30 minutes one day and didn't make any, and said, "Now's a good time to go home."
Robbie's been like,
Well, yes.
he's been rolling the dice here lately too. We'll go out there an hour before the day change.
Not even. Well, I started 30 minutes before
My,
day change.
my general thought is you need 15 minutes just to be on the safe side. Not CW, voice. Not QRP, QRO.
QRO.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
Even now with ban conditions, that has been pushed
But
on certain
here's
days.
where I know my limits. It was 40 meters. Just before the day change, 40 meters is wide slap open.
Yeah.
If your antenna is connected, you're golden. Heck, even without an antenna, I bet you could make two. Because
But 2 ain't 10.
Two is not
He's
10.
been out there killing it lately. They like seriously like 30 minutes before shift change. And
We played for an hour and I made like 38.
Well, my
with
problem
5
is,
watts.
so I've been doing it at 5 o'clock, 5:15 in the afternoon, because I'm hitting on my way
Yeah,
home.
you're
Right.
on the way home.
It's
It's
an
hit or
odd
miss
time,
on
yeah,
20 meters
20.
for that.
Now, not yesterday, but the day before, it was nice. I did like 20 something or something. It was.
But you're
There-
only playing for like 20 minutes too. You're,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
I'm
This is
rolling.
your 7 or 8 hundred.
Basically, from whatever time I get there till 6 o'clock, and I'm rolling.
Yep.
So, yeah,
Well,
you're right.
we are definitely going to say 73 and good night. We thank you for coming into the live stream.
Thanks
I
for
do
putting up with us.
I do have to say before we go, I do want to say thank you to these channel members. These are faithful channel members. We got. I'm going to start at the bottom because Toby's been with me the longest on this channel. Toby, Alpha Delta 2, Charlie Delta, is 15 months of being a channel supporter through her
Toby's a
subscription.
beast.
awesome.
She is a power hunter for sure and parks on the air, but just an all-around nice old gal. And I don't mean old in a bad way. I just mean she is a nice gal. Oh, hush in there now. I mean, like in a most endearing manner. But Toby, we have held frequencies even before I even knew who Toby was. We were just chatting back and forth, and it's always been a blast. Toby is definitely in our court. WD4DAN, front end overload. I repped for you at Huntsville Ham Fest because they just had my channel all messed up, and it's all good. It was fun. We had fun. Claude Ray, AC4SH, and GeorgiaParks.org, which I am a part
also
of.
our mapping rep.
And our Georgia mapping rep. And he also is helping me get the word out about the Georgia Fall POTA Sprint, which is the Georgia Parks on the Air. All of the parks are available. Go sign up at WD4KOW.org. That's WD4KOW.org. Or if you forget that, GeorgiaParks.org. We have a link right there.
Link in the description.
It's somewhere. Josh, Kilo 4, Lena, India, with whom I have not heard in a good minute. Either through hunting, POTA, or just in general. But Josh, thank you for your continued support. I appreciate you and appreciate your kind words as we've spoken privately. Michael, Kilo Echo 4 Eastern Standard Time. I got to meet Michael at Huntsville Ham Fest for the first time, which was not the first time I'd met him, but the first time that I remember recently. Lansing, with whom I still have not heard from to get your stickers to you. Got to send me an email or a message somehow to let me know. I owe you stickers. I'm pretty sure that Dale Henninger got his stickers. Whiskey Zero Delta Hotel Zulu. Thank you guys and gals so much for your support as continued channel members. I appreciate you. And with that, we are going to sign off for the night. Thank you so much. This has been How We Learn CW. All right, so thank you to the Grinders for at us from the living room and making just good conversation. Casey, thanks for letting us know the volume was low, and while we were doing other things, I figured it out. Hopefully it was better. And N5, is it VWN? Dit.
Did it?